Hello there, guys and gals. It's Argonauta here. Today we're gonna react to What Happened to Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. It's by Matt McMuscles. I'll be honest, they showed up on my recommendations and I'm like, what did happen to Mythology Sub-Zero? Because all I know, Midway was fucking milking the hell out of, what they call it, Mortal Kombat, like around late 90s. Because didn't MK4 come out in 97? 97, 98, didn't it? Excuse me. And then after that, they released Mythologies the same year. Then Trilogy. No, Trilogy came out in 96 or 95. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I chose the wrong one. Yeah, Mortal Kombat Mythologies came out in, 97. Yeah, so, yeah, I was right. Yeah, because MK4 came out also in 97, didn't it? Why am I getting the MK4 car? I was looking up Mortal Kombat 4. Instead, I got the Volkswagen Golf MK4. Why? There it is. Yeah, it came out in 97. Yeah, so I was right. Yeah. They fucking Midway milked the fucking franchise that year. All I know that much. But either way, guys, gals, let's sit back, let's relax, and let's watch. Let's watch what the hell happened. Because I know what they call it. Tobias was right there doing the series, but they wanted like that instantly, like snappy, snap. All right, let's find out what actually did happen. All right, Mr. Matty.
Oof, another
MK11
combat episode, huh?
Oh, another.
For a franchise that's been going strong for 30 years, it sure
Oh,
has
God.
plenty of
Arcade collection?
skeletons in its
Meat?
closet. Fighting games in general are just dripping
God, I like
with the
11.
juice.
I like
And if
9.
you're
I would say
thirsty for
11.
more, allow me to quench
God
that
X.
with
Oh,
Triple
God
KO.
X.
It's a weekly fighting game podcast that
I
Maximilian, Justin Wong, and myself started
I don't
a while
care
back,
about
where we
that.
cover
I want to
individual
see.
games,
I want to see
franchises,
MKX.
dream rosters, and a bunch of other topics that are all downright
God,
fierce.
Street Fighter Cross
Every
Tekken. I
Tuesday
own
on
that for the
YouTube, you can check
Vita.
out a
I
video
own
version
that
of
for the
week's
Vita.
episode, or download an audio version
I own that
wherever
for the
fine
Vita, Kita.
podcasts are sold. We've been having a blast
God
making the
damn
show
it.
over the last 2 months, so if you're looking
Come
for the
on,
answer that
PS5,
lies in the heart
baby.
of battle, check out the link in the
Damn it,
description
no more
below.
Street Fighter
With that
4.
said, let's get
The
to
answer
talking
lies
about falling
in the heart
into
of battle.
pits again
Yay!
and again and again.
Yay!
Mortal Kombat
I like falling into
Mythologies
pits.
Sub-Zero was one of, if not the
MK4
earliest attempts
sneak
by Midway
preview.
to transition into blockbuster exclusives
That is
for
true.
home consoles.
That is true.
And of course, they chose to start with their biggest
Yeah,
franchise.
which was fucking
1997
stupid. They
was
should-
shaping up to be one of the busiest times MK
Yep, there's
had
MK4.
ever seen,
Yep,
with a
yep,
new
I was-
movie,
see?
an
Yeah,
upcoming
I forgot
live
the-
action TV show.
I forgot about the
courtesy of
movie.
Crazy Grunkle Larry.
Yeah, but I told
and
you
of
guys,
course,
MK97 was
and
fucking-
today's oh so
fucking
memorable subject.
pissed.
It was planned to be the first of many titles
Alright.
that would dive deep into the backgrounds
Should I
and
play
histories
this?
of our favorite
Should I play this?
combatants.
Instead of
The
emulating it,
downside
we're
of this
playing it on the
shotgun
PS2.
approach is when
No,
all of your
PS3.
projects need to release
Yeah,
more or less
combat
at the same time. None
time.
of them will be able to get the attention and care they truly need. MK4 saw a downtrend in profits and reviews compared to 2 and 3. Annihilation was such an embarrassing mess that I covered it before.
Oh god, no, Annihilation.
You're watching its episode right now. It's
Yeah, I'm
the
watching this
story of a
episode.
small team who
Yeah.
hadn't worked on anything other than
Exactly.
arcade quarter munchers who
Exactly.
were expected to deliver a longer and richer
Yeah.
home console experience.
But they
with
should
the
have let them take their
combined
sweet time.
powers of limited time, resources,
Yeah.
and money.
That
so
seems about
grab
right.
your healing herbs and spinal
Herbs.
cords. It's time to
Yep.
find out what happened to Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero.
What actually did happen? Show me.
Well, MK3
That's
and
MK3?
Ultimate
Oh, you
MK3 were
MK3?
big hits in the arcade.
Yeah, they
the
were.
industry was starting to focus on the home space alongside the
because
rise of
the-
3D capable consoles.
Yeah,
and the
Virtua
MK
Fighter.
staff were taking notice.
Yep,
And
and then-
with
yep.
Midway moving away from
Yeah,
their arcade
so it
bread
was
and
a
butter,
Super Sexy
it
Mario.
just made sense to give a single-player Mortal Kombat spin-off a shot. A
Yeah, they
small
should've.
team
Yeah,
headed
see,
up
told
by
you. John Tobias,
would
that's
work on
all I knew
producing a
about MK
console
Mythologies.
exclusive combat game that would
Combat,
serve to expand
kid.
MK as the world world's narrative began to move beyond the trappings of Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn to the greener pastures of Quan Chi and Shinnok.
Bald
One
Quali.
of the new members of this team was Joshua Sway.
I don't know who the hell Joshua Sway is.
Who had cut his teeth on arcade sports titles like NHL Open Ice, loaning his appearance to Sub-Zero and Liu Kang in MK2 and MK4 respectively, and finally worked on my personal favorite, WWF WrestleMania. He was kind enough to answer some questions and shed some light on some of the myths of mythologies. To start off, why even attempt this game in the first place? A lot of it was the team's desire to stretch their legs beyond arcade games. We saw big titles like Tomb Raider and Metal Gear out there, and thinking how CD-ROMs can really open up some interesting concepts. Tobias came from comic books before video games, and he's a great storyteller, so I think he really wanted
Remember when Kano was Asian American, what they call Chinese American?
At the time, Midway was dipping their toes into home games, but mainly with ports of the arcade games. I think they saw this as a safe bet to try out. And
but they could have.
Given that Mortal Kombat had been crossing over into other mediums with a successful movie, novels, action figures, and an extensive line of comic books. And since John Tobias was the story guy, he relished the opportunity to continue building on MK's lore. The first thing the team needed to figure out was what platforms they wanted to target. With the time they had given to them, which
technically
wasn't a
that's
lot,
another
by the way, roughly 14 months, according to the game's official website. A pittance given that this was the team's first action-adventure game and on new hardware to boot. The PlayStation was the market leader by this point, and since
that
the
looked
team
like,
were jazzed to utilize the
3D animation
of the mighty CD-ROM, it was an obvious choice, with the second one being the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, but the Nintendo 64 has less, but at the same time it could be more.
There were talks of a PC port internally, but is unsure where or how those talks ended up.
Yeah, but it got canceled.
Saturn was never even on the table.
The Saturn was shit.
This game's team was small, but just how small we talking? Excluding the FMV cutscene crew, the principal development was done by just 7 people, with Dan Forden pulling double duty on both this and MK4's soundtrack. So while
hold on. Let me get this straight. There were 7 people that ran fucking MK Sub-Zero Mythologies. 7 fucking people. And it came out like that. Holy shit. I know the game was bad, but at least it came out, Dude, it's not like today's game and age, where a lot of games come out buggy as hell. Yeah, this game was buggy, but it's understandable. It's 7 fucking people. But at the same time, look at today's day and age. Today's fucking video games are oh my god. I'll be honest, I have to applaud them for that shit. Jesus Christ. Because, God. Just imagine, they would release a game right now with 7 people. But, I know there's a lot of indie games, don't get me wrong. There's even less people that work on it. But just imagine 7 people that do this. Music, graphics, combat, experience, storytelling, like every fucking thing. And they're all closed right there. And they have a fucking deadline of 14 months. You're fucking done for. Especially if they have no budget either. Holy shit. Let's go.
The Mortal Kombat team were running tests on
Midway's new
3D-capable Zeus arcade board. John Tobias started piecing together the storyline for both Mythologies and MK4, which were
2 games at the same time
and linked together, according to Josh. It's likely that MKM was written first, and then parts were retrofitted for MK4. The 2 levels I worked on for MK4 were variations from MKM, so that was the connective tissue between the 2 games.
So at the same time, this group of 7 teams were working on 2 games. Oh my god. Again, you have to applaud these guys for what the hell they did. Holy shit. Let's go.
This was also confirmed by Ed Boon himself in the August 1997 issue of GamePro. I had this issue growing up, by the way. Awesome cover. John came up with some new
Mythologies and Scorpion
that we thought would also work well in MK4, so that's essentially how they cross over. But the games take place in different times. MK4 is set in the present, Mythologies is set before the first Mortal Kombat. The art team on Sub-Zero would ultimately keep Mythologies close to the visual style of classic Mortal Kombat titles as opposed
kinda
to
have to,
fully
because it's a
jumping on the
prequel.
3D bandwagon along with MK4.
Yeah, because
They
it's a
felt
prequel,
this would
remember
be the
this.
safer choice.
Well,
all
yeah, it has to
things
be the safer
considered.
choice.
We felt that the characters might
God,
not
that
look
looks
so hot
like
for the 3D tech
Annihilation.
at the time,
Jesus.
while 3D environments would come off well. I do believe some of it was also just hedging our bets. You gotta
Yeah.
remember that there was no 3D MK at the
No,
time,
there
and
was
it might
not.
have been too jarring to suddenly have low poly Sub-Zero
But-
just show up looking all glitchy. What's more,
But that would have
Joshua
been
also
better, though.
confirmed to me that the game's unique combination of platforming and classic 2D MK fighting controls came from a similar place
Yeah,
of sticking
but-
to what they felt was a safe bet. For better
It
or
was-
worse, it was trying to be sensitive to the
Oh,
MK
I'm sorry,
fans,
but it wasn't a safe
giving
bet
them
at all.
something familiar
Your
to
Shinnok's
work
amulet?
off of. Might not have been the best choice, but we haven't
No, it
really
was
done this
not.
before, so ended up hedging out
have 9
those
lives.
bets. Now, if any of you out there have actually played Mythologies, you'll know exactly what Josh is talking about. Being sensitive to MK
Yeah.
fans and not necessarily action game fans would end up having some pretty
But
dire
look at
consequences.
but look at now Shaolin monks. Look at fucking Shaolin monks now.
We should
That
think
game's
just
fucking amazing.
without shaking a thing.
Oh, you could shake my thing, my Topo Chico. But
The
oh
fact
my God.
is, taking the limited character controls of a
Yeah,
fighting
but at the same
game
time, how
and
the
just
hell-
adding platforming, key hunting, trap dodging, and multi-enemy encounters on top of it is maybe not the most reliable
it's
way to
not.
craft a great action
No.
platformer. Since all the Mythologies
No.
attack options are performed with the face buttons, that left none for jumping, so that was relegated to up on the D-pad, you know, like a fighting game. Special moves were similarly traditional in that they required Sub-Zero to be facing the correct direction while the input was performed. Given the
Why?
nature of the game, the team ended up adding a switch direction button just to spin
Yeah, that's
Sub-Zero around. Now, just think about
stupid.
Mario or Contra or hell, even goddamn
Gosh.
Skeleton Warriors. Mythologies plays like
Look at
none of
Apes
them,
Odyssey.
and also plays
Look at Apes
considerably
Odyssey.
worse. It just wasn't a very elegant system,
No,
especially
it's
when
not.
Sub-Zero is accosted by multiple enemies or traps because he
Exactly,
can
from
rarely
different
turn
areas.
around in time
Yeah,
to
oh.
react. The 2D nature of the gameplay and the 3D elements
Yeah.
in the environment also created some uncertainty when it came to platforming.
Alright, so we've got
yeah.
more of this windmill bullshit, okay, with the
Oh, not the
rotating
windmill.
stick
Not the
thing.
fucking windmill. How? How? How?
Here's a clip of
Hold on.
Josh himself
Hold
in
on.
1997.
Hold on. How? Yeah, you clip through it. You have to jump a couple of more seconds ahead of time.
Here's a clip of Josh himself in
Josh?
1997 explaining the trick to succeeding in the game's
Really? The
infamous
shadows.
second level.
Shadows,
The
isn't it?
secret of jumping from windmill to windmill is to jump earlier than you think you need to.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I saw.
Now,
As it turns out, this
Oh,
decision
Fusion?
to cater primarily to Mortal Kombat fans sent ripples throughout the game's general design.
Yeah, you
Even
could
though
tell.
Sub-Zero gained new abilities and attacks, the most
But
basic
the
of enemies
game,
could
though.
drain his health in seconds
Exactly,
flat or
it's
send
like-
him into a bottomless. Moving on. If you can hear me rubbing my hands, that means it's time to talk about the cutscenes. In 1997, CGI
cutscenes.
animation was in vogue, with everyone racing to get
Tekken
impressive
3, Final
intros or
Fantasy
ending
7.
clips into their games. In stark contrast to this, the
Alright.
Mythologies team went with live-action FMVs, with past Mortal Kombat actors like Richard DeVizio, John Turk, Leah Montalongo, and absolute queen Carrie Hoskins dressing up and acting in front of a green screen, with CG backgrounds added
Yeah,
in
from the
later in
game.
post.
Yeah, they
Also,
have been added in
you
post.
gotta love this well-aged clip from the 1997 making of documentary.
And the
Show
artists take it and they composite 3D graphic images behind the actors so that it just looks like a real world.
When asked
So it looks like
why
a
they went
fucking
with this
real
style of
world.
presentation when the industry was,
Oh,
moving
no.
elsewhere,
That
Josh's
didn't
reply
age
was
poorly
pretty
at all.
straightforward. We just thought it would be fun to do live-action stuff, and the
Yeah,
fans
but-
would get a kick out of seeing live actors playing their
No,
favorite
nobody
characters.
did.
On a personal
Nobody
level,
did.
I always loved filmmaking, so this was a great
for
chance
you.
to have some fun and do something different from our normal arcade games.
God damn
Making
it.
the cutscenes in this
But
way
the
also apparently
cutscenes-
saved them a lot of time, as the
Really?
combined filming and post-production period took
Oh.
only about a month from start to finish. Sure,
Oh,
they
that is
look a
fucking
little
quick.
rough around the edges,
Yeah,
and
they
the
look a little
sound
rough.
mixing isn't the best,
as well as all his soul
Yeah.
this entire realm.
Oh
but
no.
it worked for their tight 14-month deadline.
If it works for 14 months, then it's fucking go for it. I don't use premium Spotify.
On PS1 in October of 1997,
Yeah.
with MK4 following around 2 weeks later in the arcades. The N64 release for Mythologies would slip to December, where it would sadly release without the live-action cutscenes due to the limited storage available on N64.
Oh, I thought they were gonna go with the N64 graphics.
All the cutscenes with in-game assets.
Yeah, in-game assets.
Like the legendary endings of the cart-powered
I'm
version
so
of
good!
MK4. Unfortunately, neither version fared very well with critics, with game rankings pegging the PlayStation and N64 versions at 53 and 45 averages, respectively. Many reviewers cited the sluggish controls and frustrating platforming sections as available main negatives, with some even admonishing the FMV cutscenes as being too cheesy to be enjoyable, which is simply not true.
Yeah, no, it's simply not true. Ninja. Oh, they're gonna add that little ninja. Not gonna lie, I thought they were gonna use. I thought he was gonna use a ninja clip. I thought he was gonna say, "What'd you say to me, you little shit?" They're gonna say that. But you put Sub-Zero's crying.
Kind of been mostly harsher, with numerous publications giving it dubious awards like the worst video game spin-off of all time, which is incredibly insulting considering Mortal Kombat Special Forces and Soul Calibur Legends are right there. If you go back to
Special
the
Forces
forums
is a lot
of yore,
worse.
you can still find
Should I play it? Should I buy it? We should play it and do it on stream.
Among casual players, it still regularly manages to frustrate. What?
Yo, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, God.
God,
Despite this lackluster
Hold on,
critical
hold
reception,
on, how?
How?
Hold on, hold the fuck on. I can understand, like, how. See, look at all the health that's right here. That's a lot of health. And before he fell off, he shouldn't have died. You shouldn't have died.
The game was actually a big hit for Midway, with Josh chiming in once more. I don't know exact lifetime sales, but it was one of the highest-selling games
what the fuck is 23?
Year. It did extremely well, even to the point where we won some sales awards at E3 from PlayStation. Obviously, the game hasn't aged well, but it was a hit at the time. While specific sales data for the game is unfortunately not available, Midway cited Sub-Zero as one of their best-selling games in both the quarter and year of release, according to their SEC
by 50.5%.
This success, of course, then led to the greenlighting of the aforementioned Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which you can find out about in this.
I don't want to find out about it. Yeah, sexy funky jacks.
This is absolutely one of those cases where the team had a great idea, was passionate about executing it, but was inexperienced and saddled with too tight a deadline, resulting in some less than ideal design choices. Fortunately, Josh doesn't view his time working on the game in a negative light at all, and seemed to have a great time working on such an ambitious idea. We were kind of the big experiment for Midway Chicago HQ to work on an original home title. Arcade games were very small in scope, so the team really were excited to do something on a larger scale and play with different formats such as 3D characters and levels, cinematics, etc. because suddenly we had the CD-ROM storage capacity. Was it a great game? No, but it did its job, and we had a ton of fun working on it, and it started the idea of opening up the lore of MK. And
I mean, that is true.
It did. It absolutely did. This template led to the various conquest modes you saw throughout the 2000s, and of course, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, baby. The ultimate culmination of the idea. So even though the team...
Okay, all joking aside, would you guys buy a remaster, like a fully complete remaster of Shaolin Monks? It's fully remastered all the way from the ground up, using MK11 graphics, like, you know, Unreal 4 engine, or hell, they might go Unreal 5. They do it. They've been working on a sequel for, let's say, the game came out in 2006. They've been working on that sequel since, what, let's say 2018, 2017, MK11 came out. They could have released it right there and then. They could have released it as a re-release, the original PS2 and Xbox versions of it. Re-released it, cool, MK11 pre-order bonus, awesome possum. But then, this year, 2022 or 2021, Shaolin Monks 2, fucking playing all the way up to Armageddon, then resetting this timeline to all the way up to MK9, And then, bam. That would have been amazing. That would have been a free money printing machine, pretty much, Warner Brothers. That would have printed out a lot of money for you guys for free. Let's go.
Stumbled a bit along the way. They at least didn't trip and into the dustbin of history. Thanks again to Josh for adding a lot of valuable insight to this episode.
Oh, God.
If you want to learn more Midway lore, I suggest you check out his documentary Insert Coin, which chronicles Midway's meteoric rise in the arcades throughout the glorious 1990s.
Yeah,
it's a great watch,
rise.
so check out the link in the description below. And if you out there
I'll watch it later.
Slippery
you can't kill Shinnok. You cannot kill Shinnok in that game.
Over on my Twitter, or
he's too OP. You have to run away.
VIP Patreon and become a big.
Oh man. Oh, joking aside, what the fuck would you guys do if that actually? Oh god. I'll pay $20 if they re-release Mythologies Sub-Zero. Re-release Mythologies Sub-Zero, then the sequel game, Scorpion's Revenge. Oh man. Why? Would you guys play this game? Should I emulate this? Or should I just straight up buy it and play it on original hardware? Well, technically, I'll play it on my PS3. Oh, God. That's killing me. But either way, guys and gals, what you guys think? Would you guys... I'm still like in the... What the hell, man? That game had a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential to this day and age. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to release it. They could make it into a God of War like knockoff, like spin-off. Like pretty much old school God of War, not God of War 2018. Because if they went God of War 2018, I mean, don't get me wrong, the game's going to be good, but I feel like they're going to fumble a lot. And I mean a lot. But yeah, guys, gals. I'll see you guys next time because I want to play Mortal Kombat now. God damn it.